Tonight, the biggest little city in the world hosts its biggest September football game in years. Two schools just 200 miles apart meet for just the second time since World War II. California comes to Mackey Stadium for the first time ever, leading the nation in total defense. Nevada is 2-0 for the first time since 1995 and leads the nation in total offense. Which school will take off to a 3-0 start? It's Cal and Nevada from Reno. College football primetime. Tonight from Reno, Nevada, it is the California Golden Bears taking on the Nevada Wolfpack. We welcome you to Mackey Stadium along with former UCLA quarterback David Norrie. I am Mark Neely. David, neither of these teams has seriously been tested in the first 2 weeks. That looks like that'll change tonight. A very good team out of the Pac-10, Cal, having to go on the road to face one of the better teams in the WAC in Nevada. California, though, seems like they are loaded on offense again.
Well, they are. Jeff Tedford always has the weapons. He always has a quarterback that can make all the throws. He's got a tailback that can hit the home run. And he always has skilled players outside with great wide receivers and tight ends. But what has changed this year is Cal is playing defense. And they're the #1 rated unit in the country. Last week, they were constantly in the backfield against Tyler Hansen in Colorado. 6 sacks, multiple hurries. They created 5 turnovers. 2 of those turnovers went for touchdowns. And if Cal can create some balance offensively and defensively this season, I think they're a threat to go to the Rose Bowl for the first time since 1959.
It has been a while now for Nevada. They run that pistol offense, which they created here 5 years ago. And with it, they've become one of the most prolific offenses in college football.
Well, they led the country in rushing a year ago. They're the first team in NCAA history to have 3 ball carriers go over 1,000 yards. And what really makes them go is Colin Kaepernick, the quarterback. You know, he has worked during the offseason on his throwing. Whenever they go up against the big boys, they've had trouble putting the ball in the air. Running the football hasn't been the problem. The offseason emphasis has really paid dividends. He's looked great early on. And then don't forget, in the pistol, there's still the triple option threat. Kaepernick is deceptively fast. If you don't watch all your responsibilities, if you don't watch your gaps, he's able to gash you.
Good matchup tonight with Cal and Nevada. Both of these teams had a rocky mountain high last week as Cal was able to beat future conference foe Colorado, while Nevada whooped up on Colorado State. It is the Bears and the Wolfpack from Reno, and the opening kickoff is straight ahead. Wolfpack taking on the Golden Bears. Chris Ault and Jeff Tedford's teams. Great non-conference matchup here tonight. Chris Ault is in his 3rd different stint with Nevada, but his 26th season here. Definitely one of the innovators in this sport.
Well, you think about it, a guy who was in the College Hall of Fame before he decided to come back as a head coach, and before the 2005 season becomes the architect of an offense that has really become the rave in college football.
And for the Wolfpack, great offense and several impact players.
Virgil Green, a 4-5 tight end. He can threaten the field vertically. He's really had a hot start for the Wolfpack. We talked about Colin Kaepernick in the open, a double threat quarterback deluxe. And then Dante Moak, he was a defensive player of the year last year in the WAC. And he is a guy that you really have to use different schemes to contain him as a pass rusher. Great speed and great strength. And this really shapes up as a nice ball game, Mark.
Nevada won the toss. They have elected to receive. They want the football here on their home field. Giorgio Tavecchio to kick it away for Cal. 2-0 Cal, 2-0 Nevada. Looks like we've got a good one on tap from Reno tonight. Mike Ball and Khalid Wooten back deep, and we are underway. From 4 yards deep, Ball decides that he will take a knee. So Nevada will start from their own 20. Kaepernick, we know how well he has run in the past, David, but it really seems like his arm has come around.
Well, he's always had a big arm. He has one of the stronger arms in college football, but he's had some delivery problems, trying to deliver the ball sideways. They've worked with him multiple seasons, and through some drills and some intensive training with Chris Ault, the head coach, over the offseason, they feel like he's throwing the ball as well as he has since he got here to Reno.
From the pistol. 2 receivers to the right side. Tawa straight up the middle. Gains a couple of yards. DJ Holt on the tackle for Cal. Let's look at the Nevada offense. Pretty big front. Tawa, Wellington, Wimberly, the receivers, along with Matthews and Virgil Green, an exceptional tight end. And there's that big front. John Bender from Canada, Jeff Meads, the center from San Ramon, California. Kaepernick going to keep it running left, finds a hole across the 30, down to the 40-yard line, and a Nevada first down. Virgil Green with a great block to free Kaepernick, who got loose on that left side.
And out of the pistol, they're fully capable of running the zone read. He watches that offside defensive end, pulls the ball on the read, and you can see how quickly he is getting the ball north-south.
Gain of 17. First down from the Nevada 40. 3 receivers to the right. Tawa this time wrapped up. Cameron Jordan there, the defensive end for Cal, the first to greet him. So they may lose a yard on that one.
Mark, this is no longer considered a novelty offense. They get the best aspects of the option threat along with the north-south power running game where the tailback is able to go either right or left. He doesn't tip his hand to the defense, and this is an offense that is tough to contain if you don't stick to your responsibilities.
Matthews, the receiver, wide to the right. Kaepernick looking to the sideline. Tawa gets the handoff, and again wrapped up quickly. May have gotten to the line of scrimmage. The nose guard Derek Hill with the tackle.
There's Chris Ault. He hosted no less than 45 programs, high school programs, college programs over the summer. People trying to come in and learn the wisdom behind this offense. And the quarterback lines up at 4 yards. The tailback is at 7 yards, and that's where this offense starts.
Hard to keep secrets in this business. Everybody wants to know why you're successful. Session wide to the left. In motion now back to the far side goes Wimberly. And Kaepernick to throw across the middle, complete into Cal territory at the 47-yard line. Session with the reception.
Now we get a good look early on at just how accurate Kaepernick's become. This is a dig route, and he does not have a lot of room to fit this in. Darian Hagan, the cornerback, over the top, but a well-thrown ball and a front pocket catch.
First reception for junior Trey Session. And Nevada driving on the first possession of the game into Cal territory from the 47. 3 receivers to the right. Kaepernick looking that direction, complete, but then slipping Session, and he's dropped for a loss. Josh Hill, the safety, came up to make the tackle. A loss of 3. It'll be second down after the loss and the tackle by Holt. DJ Holt playing on the inside. Cal without one of their premier players on defense tonight, Mike Muhammad, which we'll tell you more about in just a moment. Kaepernick going to keep it again left side with more room. Inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line, and Kaepernick using his feet with another first down for Nevada, a gain of 21.
Well, Mike Muhammad, the inside linebacker for Cal, led the Pac-10 in tackles a year ago, is badly missed. He was a game-time decision, and his range at that inside linebacker position is being felt early on in this football game. Kaepernick is making a lot of nice decisions early on this opening drive.
And no question, Mike Muhammad, who they call the quarterback of the Cal defense, being missed here early, David. In motion to the left side, Malcolm Shepard. Handoff, Tawa. Off left tackle. Going forward to the 24-yard line. Parker and Acuna getting up some extra yardage. A look at the Cal defense. Jordan Payne, Owusa. It's part of the 3-4 with the 3 up front. And the linebackers again. Muhammad was a game-time decision, a sprained toe. He is not in there as Mullins is getting the start at the other inside spot. And the corners, Anthony and Hagan, with Conti and Hill, the safeties. Second down and 5. Kaepernick again, left side. But this time coming up to drop him was Darian Hagan, the quarterback. He's had a lot of success running left, but that time Hagan able to read it, David.
Well, they really test you offensively, and they make sure that you're sound up the middle on the run fake. Kaepernick has had a heavy dose of reading that left defensive end spot for Cal, and he is having a lot of success on the perimeter. Nice tackle by Hagan, the cornerback, where Kaepernick has a big game.
So a third down now for Nevada, 3rd and 4. And just inside the 23-yard line of Cal. First possession of the game. Kaepernick under pressure, dumps it off. It's complete. Wimberly gets out of bounds. Inside the 20, and he'll move the chains again.
Well, watch the poise of Kaepernick. He's going to be chased from the backside. And he's able to buy a little time, takes a little bit off the football, puts a handle on it on the sideline, and he got to really like the look of Colin Kaepernick on this drive.
10 plays, 8 rushes, and 2 passes for Kaepernick so far. First down from the 17. Tawa gets the carry on first down and gets a couple. Cameron Jordan, the defensive end, senior from Chandler, Arizona, with the stop.
Now remember, Cal has to worry about Tawa, the tailback, a guy who's gone over 1,000 yards the last 2 seasons, a guy who is very explosive once he breaks the line of scrimmage. One of the better cutters and jump cutters once he gets past the line of scrimmage, and he's able to rip off long runs. That's his special.
3 rushing touchdowns so far for Tawa this season. Second down and 8. 8.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Kaepernick, play fake, going towards the end zone, wide open. Into the end zone, touchdown, Trey Session. Caught it at the 2. Got in despite Hagan making contact, fumbled into the end zone, but he had possession across the goal line, and it's 6 for Nevada on their first possession.
Well, this is a nice route by Session, man-to-man outside against Hagan. He establishes the threat upfield, comes back to the ball, and another perfect throw from Colin Kaepernick, and he delivered it with some heat on it to the outside. It was right on the money.
So Nevada, a 12-play drive. Anthony Martinez with the point after. An impressive first possession for Nevada here on their home field. Colin Kaepernick leading them down the field 80 yards. First drive for 35 yards, 3 carries for 39. And a 15-yard touchdown pass, Kaepernick to Session. And I tell you what, that's quite an opening statement for this football game.
Well, if you're California, it's pretty tough to give your defense, your number ones, that look in practice during the week. And I think it's going to take a while for California to get used to the game speed of watching the top team in the country when it comes to running the pistol.
Drake kicks it out of bounds. So not ideally how Nevada wanted to give the football back to Cal, but they do score on their first possession.
Yeah, watch the fake here, and watch how Colin Kaepernick makes a nice sell to Tawa. Let's go ahead and roll it. And he really sells the fake. It creates some time, the linebacker level, and then the ball is thrown with perfect timing and with a lot of accuracy. A nice route by Session to get off a press cornerback and come back and make the catch.
We'll see how Kevin Riley and Cal responds on their first drive. They get to begin from their 40. Calvin in motion to the left. And the handoff. Vereen running right, fumbles the football, but gets it back at the 43-yard line.
Well, California's done a nice job early in the season taking care of the football. Isaiah Fry comes up, makes a nice hit.
And fumbled as he hit the ground there.
That might have gone up for review if it had changed possessions.
Gain of 3. Riley to the line of scrimmage. Now Vereen into the backfield with him. Vereen gets near midfield. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Cal's impact players for tonight.
Now, Kevin Riley is really a fourth-year starter, and he is a guy who's been pretty hot early on in the season for Cal, throwing the ball extremely well. Keenan Allen, a guy who committed to Alabama, then decommitted, signed to play wide receiver at Cal, and then we have Mike Mahaba. That is a big loss for Cal with the toe, a game-time decision. He is the leader. We mentioned the top tackler returning in the Pac-10.
Jones wide to the right, handoff, and it looks like he'll be close to the first down. Vereen right near midfield.
You look at Shane Vereen, and he's had to play number 2 to one of the most explosive backs in the country over the last couple years, a guy by the name of Javid Best, who's moved on to the NFL. But everybody at Cal always knew that there wasn't much of a drop-off when he came in the game, and now he's packing the mail for the Bears.
Jones and Calvin to the right. This 3-receiver formation. First down for Cal. Looking right, now left. Complete, open at the 44-yard line. Gain of about 8 as Vereen out of the backfield, showing what he can do so well. Come out of that backfield.
Well, he's a guy that can hit the home run. He's capable of a 60 or 70-yarder when you hand the ball to him. But what I love about Shane Vereen is you can split him out. He's one of the more talented pass catchers from the tailback position that we've seen in college football in a long time. He's got a couple touchdown grabs in the opening 2 games. The play he made on the opening touchdown last week against Colorado, beautiful back shoulder catch in the end zone.
You see Sefele in for Vereen on second down and 1. Sefele got wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage and loses a yard or so. Ryan Colson, the end, with the stop for Nevada.
Sefele's a capable back, but keep in mind Shane Vereen missed some early camp with a hamstring injury, and he's just getting his wind back. They're being careful here. Game's being played at 4,500 feet, and so Sefele having to come in and spell Vereen early.
Vereen right back in on third down and 1 out of the eye. Lead blocker Stevens stumbling forward, but see if he got there. Brett Roy, the tackle, making a hit as well. And with progress, they are going to move the chains. It took second, maybe third effort even there for Vereen to get the first down.
Vereen's a strong back. He's not just explosive with his speed, but he's capable of getting his shoulder pad square and getting the ball upfield. That was a nice play. Roy had him stopped for a loss.
So first down Bears on the 39 of Nevada. Riley with time, looks across the middle, off the hands of Allen, and intercepted. The pick for Doyle Miller, his second of the season. So Nevada gets the Cal turnover. We'll be right back. That's Reno Stead Field, where the national championship air races are going on through Sunday. Speaking of through the air, the interception by Miller, and it looked like Allen was open, delivered just a bit high here, David.
Well, he does have Allen open, and this is a throw that has plagued Kevin Riley. The simple throw, the throw that should be hit, and he delivers the ball high and behind Allen. That is not on Keenan Allen. And sometimes as a defense, if you play behind to keep the ball in front of you, good things happen. Doyle Miller closing and making the interception.
So Nevada will begin their second drive of the game from their own 17-yard line after the Cal turnover. on the Bears' first possession. So second interception of the season, third career for Doyle Miller, senior from Anaheim, California. Tauer the carry off left tackle, push forward across the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. Derek Hill, the nose guard, the tackle for Cal. Colin Kaepernick, a senior from Turlock, California. His only D1 football scholarship offer came from Nevada. It was baseball that a lot of the D1 programs wanted to offer him scholarships in.
Yeah, they tell me he had a 91, 92 mile an hour fastball.
He's been drafted in the baseball draft as well, but did not sign. They'll hand it off again, running left to the 24-yard line. Tauer once again picks up another 3. In Nevada on their first possession, 12 plays, 180 yards in over 6.5 minutes. The first points of the game. Three receivers to the right for Kaepernick on 3rd down and 2. Looking to throw. Deflected and incomplete. Looked like it went off the hands of Rashard Matthews. And a 3 and out for Nevada on their second possession.
And Ernest Owusu was dropping back in his own pressure scheme, his own blitz, and Kaepernick did not account for him. Got a hand on the football, and Nevada was lucky to not come up with a turnover on that possession.
Brad Langley to punt for Nevada. Nevada didn't have to punt at all last week. Jeremy Ross looking for the fair catch at the 41-yard line. So Cal has good field position to start their second drive of the game. 3:17 to go, first quarter from Reno. Kevin, thank you very much. Here in Reno, 3:17 to play in this first quarter. Nevada scored on their first possession, lead at 7-0. Well, Kevin Riley and Cal have it for the second time tonight. They turned it over. Riley picked off on their first possession. They begin from their own 41-yard line. Calvin in motion. Now coming right side. Big hole, Vereen across midfield. 40, 30. He may go. One man to beat inside the 10. And Vereen, one play. And Cal ties it. A 59-yard touchdown run for the junior Shane Vereen.
Well, this is business as usual for Shane Vereen. It seems like every season, when you look at over the last 3 years, capable of hitting the big run, a sweep to the right side, well blocked, but it was 2 cuts in the open field that set it up, and he really made it look easy.
Giorgio Tavecchio for the point after out of the hold of Brock Mansion. And Cal needs just one play to answer to tie this thing up.
Shane Vereen played behind Javid Best, but he still got a lot of carries, a lot of snaps over the last couple years for Cal. A lot of people forget when Javid Best went down with a concussion in the second half of the season a year ago. Vereen was the starter the last 4 games and ran for close to 550 yards. Had a 193-yard game against Stanford in the big game, 3 touchdowns. He is explosive running the football, and we talked about just how good he is as a pass catcher coming out of the backfield.
And Coach Alt's Wolfpack struck the first blow, but Cal responds. They've tied it at 7. You know, Vereen, we've known about the great hands. He's having a little both this year, hasn't he?
Well, I'll tell you what, it has been that this Cal offense has scored a lot of points, and they've had a couple blowouts under their belt early. And Kevin Riley can settle down and play quarterback and not make the mistakes he made on the opening drive and just make solid throws. I think Cal has the ability to be one of the better offenses, not just in the Pac-10, but national.
Tavecchio to kick it. Mike Ball back for Nevada. We've had have had some breeze here. It came up earlier today, so DeVecchio needs it held. Make sure it's not going to fall off the tee. Pretty good breeze blowing out of the north. High end over end kick. It was 6 yards deep, and he's going to take it out. Ball only gets it back to around the 15. College football on ESPN continues Saturday night with 2 games featuring 4 unbeaten teams. First, Brent Musburger and Kirk Herbstreit have the call as Clemson takes on 16th ranked Auburn at 7 Eastern. Then at 10:30 Eastern, the 9th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes take on number 24 Arizona. College football primetime presented by Hampton Hotels on ESPN Saturday. Both games also available online and on your phone.
A couple great games. Is there a better venue, nighttime venue than Jordan-Hare?
Oh, no.
Auburn, night game. And they'll be charged up down at Auburn, and then Ricky Stanzi and Nick Foles go at it. 2 great quarterbacks for Iowa and Arizona.
Third possession for Nevada, and Kaepernick going to run it right side, tripped up at the 22-yard line. Run down by Mark Anthony, the cornerback.
Colin Kaepernick has had a soft edge against this defense early on. He's pulling the ball on the zone read, and he's really walking outside, having an easy time turning the corner.
Picks up about 8 there. In motion, Wimberly. Kaepernick again running right as a first down across the 30, steps out around the 34-yard line. First down, Nevada. Picks up 11 there.
Well, we've done a number of Nevada games over the last few years, and when we talk to defensive coordinators during the week, they talk first about Kaepernick understanding the offense. So we'll watch the read. He pulls the ball. You know, that's a loss if he leaves the football with the tailback, but he makes all the right decisions. There are not many defensive sets that he hasn't seen, and he runs this offense to perfection.
Matthews and Shepard wide to the left. Kaepernick with 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. High snap. Tawa straight ahead, barrels through up near the 44, 45-yard line. Just lowered the shoulder there, picks up 10. Acuna and Nady finally brought him down.
As Colin Kaepernick has more and more success running the ball and pulling the ball on the zone read play, it really softens the interior of the defense, and it gets linebackers moving laterally, creating seams for a very talented runner in Vitale.
Acuna and Nady making the blocks on that last one, and again Tawa into Cal territory near the 45. Picks up another 10 yards. Picking up the pace for Wolfpack. There's no huddle offense. Which a no-huddle offense doesn't necessarily have to be a hurry-up offense, right, David?
No, you can change speeds and change tempos, and you know, if you're ready to go, what it does is it forces a defense to be ready, and it limits some of the things a defense can do with their alignments, their movement pre-snap, and really you can snap the ball early or late in the play clock.
Play clock down to 4. It's down to almost 1 before they snap it at Tawa. Now it's Kaepernick who kept it. Minimal gain there.
In the pistol, you have to keep in mind that the tailback is lined up directly behind the quarterback, and what it does is it gives the tailback the ability to go both ways. You don't tip your hand to the defense. You keep the balance, and you also keep that power running game. You don't have a tailback working laterally like we see in most spread offenses when the tailback lines up on the hip of the quarterback.
Keith Browner able to shed the blocker to make the tackle on that last play for Cal. Kaepernick to throw, steps up, goes across the middle. It is completed to Wimberly. Lost it, but it's down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 14.
Wimberly's an excellent route runner. got great hands. And watch the pocket movement. Colin Kaepernick just stepping up. He feels a little void in the pocket, so he moves up towards the line of scrimmage, and then he takes a little bit off the football. A nice catchable ball and very accurate down the middle of the field to Wimberly, who is really Nevada's best pass catcher.
They'll let the clock run out, and that is the end of the first quarter. Well, Nevada, on their first possession, went right down the field, 12 plays, 80 yards, scored on a 15-yard TD pass to Session. Second drive for Cal, a 59-yard TD run for Vereen. After one quarter in Reno, Cal 7 and Nevada 7. Great crowd here at Mackey Stadium. In fact, a sellout, largest crowd they've had here in about 15 years. Terrific environment for college football.
It really is, and we were walking around on campus yesterday talking to the students. I couldn't find a student that wasn't coming to the game, and they've had a number of sellouts here, but typically a lot of empty seats, especially when the weather gets cold. And they played some big games against the Boise States of the world, but not an empty seat in the house tonight. Great environment.
A lot of Bear fans here as well from the Bay Area. We start the second quarter tied at 7. First and 10 from the 32. And Tawa straight ahead to about the 28-yard line. Well, we talked up top, David, about the Cal defense leading the nation in total defense coming in through the first couple of games. Only 161 yards per game. They gave up 141 in the first quarter alone. Straight ahead again. So definitely the Cal defense, and we've talked about it, missing Mike Mohammed and being tested here on the road.
Well, keep in mind, too, that Cal has the #1 ranked unit, but only after 2 games, and early in the opener, a game against Cal Davis. You can't read much into that football game, and then last week against Colorado, a team that's really struggled, but the defense did play well. We talked about it at the top. 6 sacks, had an opportunity for maybe 10 sacks in that game. 5 turnovers, 2 defensive scores.
Third down and 5 for Nevada. Kaepernick going towards the near sideline. Session has it. Pushed out at the 13. First down, Wolfpack. Mark Anthony there on the coverage. A gain of 14.
This is a terrific play by Session working against Anthony, a guy who's a pretty physical press corner. And it is press coverage. This ball's going to be delivered behind Session. Not a pretty ball either. The ball's coming apart there, but great adjustment to the football and the catch along the sideline.
First and 10, Nevada, and the 13 of Cal. Tied at 7, early moments of this second quarter from Reno. Tawa straight ahead, a hole. Down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Barker, the guard, helped free him, gave him that big hole. He gains 9.
You better have your head gear buckled tight when you're going up against Tawa. And you can see he makes nice cuts, and he's able to finish runs.
Tawa stood up at the 2-yard line. I think he'll have a first down. However, it'll be first and goal for Nevada. He picks up about 3. Play clock down to 11. Kaepernick going to keep it, run left, wide, into the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada. Kaepernick, the rushing touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
Boy, he makes solid reads with the football. Keeping an eye on the end man on the line of scrimmage. He's had a lot of success early pulling the football. And how about that? He gave the ball to the official after the touchdown. You don't see that much anymore.
Martinez out of the hole of Langley for the point after. 14-7 Nevada. So Kaepernick in the first quarter, his 5th TD pass of the season, and now his 5th touchdown run of the season. 14-7. Nevada leading Cal with 12:45 to play till halftime. Another 12-play drive for Nevada, picking up their second score. And that is Ricky Drake to kick it off. Cifelli back along with Ross. Into the end zone over Ross, and a touchback.
When we talked to Chris Ault yesterday, the head coach, and he said that this is the most athletic group up front, the offensive line for the Wolfpack, that he's had since he came back to coach in his third stint at Nevada. And the offensive line is really having their way up front against California. They've created some nice openings for Vitawa between the tackles, and Colin Kaepernick has had a field day early.
In motion to the right goes Calvin. And Riley back to throw on first down under pressure, is sacked. Back at the 13-yard line. James Michael Johnson, the Mike linebacker, came through to get him.
Johnson is one of the more talented players on this defensive unit. This isn't one of the best defenses you'll see even in the WAC conference, but they've got a more aggressive style this season, and they figured to bring some pressure against Kevin Riley. Kevin Riley's too good to let it get his feet set and throw the ball comfortably from the pocket. Nevada's been pretty good early with the pressure.
Riley again feeling heat, and this time it's Dante Moak. Last year's WAC Defensive Player of the Year. Well, he came off that right edge in a flash.
And he's working against Mitchell Schwartz, one of the better offensive linemen, left tackles in the Pac-10. And just a straight speed rush off the right defensive end position.
Second sack of the season for Dante Moak, a senior from Chandler, Arizona. Back-to-back sacks of Riley, and Cal facing 3rd and 20 from inside their own 10-yard line. Riley bounces off a couple of tacklers across the line of scrimmage, but only up near the 12-yard line. And he picks up 3, and Cal a 3 and out. Riley under severe duress in that possession. The Cal to punt. Ryan Anger standing a yard inside his own end zone. Short. It takes a bounce up near the 47, 48-yard line. So Nevada's going to have terrific field position inside Cal territory. A look at downtown Reno. If you have some extra money burning a hole in your pocket, David, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to take it from you.
I stayed in my room. No going near the craps table for me.
Hey, Saturday Night Football continues with 2 full national coverage games. First, Mack Brown's 6th-ranked Texas Longhorns face a tough road test in Lubbock against Tommy Tuberville's undefeated Texas Tech Red Raiders in the Dr. Pepper Rivalry Series game. And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish hit the road to face the Michigan State Spartans. Saturday Night Football, presented by Southwest Airlines, can be seen nationally on either ABC or ESPN2 Saturday at 8 Eastern. Both games are also available online at ESPN3.com. Glad to have you with us. Mark Neely and David Norrie from Reno. 14-7 Nevada. They have the football, 1st and 10. Kaepernick dodges one tackler, but falls forward to the 46-yard line. Well, picks up a yard.
The Cal defense is now starting to get some of their linebacking crew and safeties into those outside lanes, and they've made some adjustments. You can see how they're flying outside to try to shut down Kaepernick on the keeps.
Second down and 9. Kaepernick, play fake, looking left, being chased by Owusu. Releases down the near side, complete at the 28, down to the 25-yard line. The reception for Rishard Matthews. First down, Wolfpack. A gain of 21.
Well, this is a great play by Matthews, a JC kid who led the country in punt returns a year ago. Look at him help his quarterback out. He sees that Kaepernick has broke the pocket to the left, and he does some great work to save the day for Kaepernick. And how about the quarterback and the way he extended the play?
First down, Nevada. Only 26 of Cal. Kaepernick again inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. David, he was untouched. A good 8-9 yards into that run. He picks up 13.
Well, he's really a magician when it comes to faking his work in the backfield. And again, the perfect read, the keep. We talked about it earlier in the first quarter. Very deceptive with his speed. He's a long strider, and he's really running faster than it looks.
That was a great fake under the gun of Tao. Pulled it right back out and ran with it. First and 10. Straight ahead. Inside the 5. Still fighting to the 3-yard line. Tawa. That's a pickup of about 10. And also very close to a first down. The first and goal indeed. First and goal, Wolfpack from the 3. Randall Tawa. And we get our first flag of the game. It comes at the 8:42 mark.
Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty.
Meads, the center, jumping the false start, according to our referee, Steve Stremling. It's been a very clean football game up to that point.
Meads, one of only 2 non-starters up front for Nevada on that offensive line, and he's really been the question mark, and they need some better play out of Meads. They're getting pretty good play out of the guards and the tackles.
The first and goal from the 8. Kaepernick running left. He's into the end zone for his second touchdown of this game. 8-yard touchdown run. Colin Kaepernick. It's 20-7 Wolfpack. Sometimes he just looks unstoppable.
Well, he got a great block from Virgil Green, the tight end on the left side. Let's keep a look at your screen. Go ahead and freeze it right there. Look at the block that he's getting from Virgil Green. I mean, he just walks his man off the dance floor. That was Bryant Naboufe.
The point after by Anthony Martinez. 21-7 Nevada with 8:22 to go till halftime. Virgil Green has been one of their great pass catchers this season. Held without a catch so far in this one, David, but what a block, as you pointed out, to free Kaepernick.
I mean, he just absolutely depleted Bryant Naboufe. And the Wolfpack offense is going to have some fun in film study. Keep an eye here on Virgil Green as he works against Naboufe. And Kaepernick's going to make a terrific fake. Offensive line working well up front, and then Kaepernick's going to duck right up inside of Virgil Green. And Virgil does a nice job of finishing that block. That's exceptional.
So Kaepernick has a touchdown pass of 15 yards, as well as a 1-yard and now 8-yard touchdown run. There's Virgil Green, the 6'5", 240-pound senior from Tulare, California. Good size, but great speed as well.
That back judge already with the number of receptions. Kaepernick keeps scoring and tossing the ball to him. Getting a lot of work early tonight.
On the boot of Drake. And it went out before getting to the goal line. Second time tonight Nevada's been flagged for that, and Cal will begin from the 40.
Yeah,
or from the 20. He did get it through. Touchback. They place it at the 20. My mistake.
If you are a kickoff specialist, and we've seen it already in this football game, that's a cardinal sin when you don't keep the football in the field of play. Big penalty, allowing an offense to start at their own 40-yard line. Let's take a look at Moak on the last series on the speed rush outside. The sack that really set up a nice set of downs for Nevada defensively.
Swung out to Marvin Jones. Nothing there. He is swarmed by several tacklers, including Kevin Grimes, the Wolf linebacker. Marvin Jones, one of their leaders, junior receiver. Big physical presence, really has not been a presence yet in this game for Cal.
Jeff Tedford talked about it during the offseason. One of the big storylines was, could Cal get another featured receiver to go alongside Marvin Jones? And I believe they have it with Keenan Allen.
Riley to throw under pressure, rolls right. Throws to the far side, double coverage. Anthony Miller, the tight end, was the intended receiver near the 40. They just have not been able to get the passing game going tonight, Cal.
Well, Nevada's done a nice job with their front seven collapsing the pocket. You take a look at the passing yards on the season. Not gaudy numbers, but tonight a paltry 10 yards, and it's really been the pass rush for Nevada, a defense that Cal figured to move the ball on at will.
Well, when we talked with Nevada's defensive coordinator Andy Boo, he said they wanted to crowd Riley tonight. They've been successful, haven't they?
They really have.
On 3rd and 9, Riley across the middle, complete, first down, Cal. Marvin Jones with the reception up to the 45 of the Bears. That'll keep the drive going, a gain of 24.
Well, this is really a bust by receivers. Watch number 11, Michael Calvin, the other wide receiver. They're going to run two dig routes. See the two white jerseys in the same sector of the field. But a nice play on the dig route, the deep crossing route, left to right. And we finally get a look at the talented passing arm of Kevin Riley.
His longest pass completion of the night. Just over 7 minutes to go till halftime. Cal down by 2 touchdowns here on the road in Reno. Vereen running right. Picks up only 1 due to the stop of Kevin Grimes, the senior from Grass Valley, California.
Yeah, there are really a bunch of no-names on this Nevada defense with the exception of Dante Moak. You have Ryan Colson, a real everyday lunch pail type of guy at the other defensive end spot. James Michael Johnson, really the closest to a featured defender other than Moak. But this defense is really playing with intensity, and they're rallying to the football.
Allen split to the left side of the formation for Cal on 2nd down. Take the inside handoff. It goes straight ahead. And Vereen, a couple of yards shy of the first down. Good blocks by Schwenke and Cheadle.
Every team needs a good running game. We hear it week in and week out, and it's really true at all levels, college, NFL. But Kevin Riley gets so much better with a successful run game from Cal because his numbers go down drastically when he's rushed and he's hurried in the pocket. He really needs a successful run game so he can drop back and get his feet set and deliver the ball accurate.
Bears face a 3rd and 3 from just inside Nevada territory. Riley again to throw, looking right, way high, overshoots Keenan Allen, and it's 4th down. Not a good throw from Riley as Allen was open.
Yeah, you can see the frustration from Kevin Riley. He was holding his helmet with both hands after this throw. Again, Nevada pushing the pocket, and that ball is delivered 4 or 5 yards high. This is a 4-year starter and a guy that when he's on rhythm can throw the ball with the best of them in the Pac-10 Conference. He is looking very uncomfortable in the pocket.
Angers punt. Matthews The junior going to let it sail over his head, and it bounces in the end zone for the touchback. So Nevada will have it at their own 20 with 5:24 to go till halftime, and another chance for Colin Kaepernick. Nevada ready to take possession, but first time for our playing favorites, brought to you by Pizza Hut, and it revolves around the legs of Colin Kaepernick tonight.
Well, if you're going to play favorites, you might as well call your own number. And Kaepernick has had a lot of carries here in the first half. And the way California has been keen on Taua, the tailback, and Colin Kaepernick has had a lot of room on the outside. We talked about a soft edge. And there have not been many defenders that have been stopping him turning the corner. He scored a couple times off the left side. And California better solve Colin Kaepernick on the keep. On that zone read player, it's going to be a long evening for the Golden Bears.
81 yards rushing for Kaepernick with touchdown runs of 1 yard and 8 yards. Starts with the 20, he loses the football, still loose, and Cal says they have it. Keith Brown, the outside linebacker for Cal, and a big turnover. Cal gets it deep inside Nevada territory.
This is a break that California really needed, and it looked like it was a problem with the motion man. That might have been Virgil Green coming in motion, and all three offensive players met in the backfield. It created a collision. You don't see that very often from Colin Kaepernick. Usually very clean ball handling from this Nevada offense.
Keith Browner stripped it. DeAndre Coleman, the redshirt freshman from Seattle, recovered it for the Bears. Let's see how Cal will respond to Nevada's first turnover of the night. Cal has also turned it over once with a Riley interception. He shuffles out right, being chased by Moak, and cannot get connected with Vereen out of the backfield. We do have a flag down. It's like a hold against the Bears.
Holding. Offense, number 53. 10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Right tackle Donovan Edwards called for the hold.
Nevada is really a conservative defense before you cross the 50-yard line, but when you look at their tendencies, you get into Nevada territory and they like to start bringing pressure. Kevin Riley again flushed from the pocket, and even though this play was coming back, watch there's a hold on the right hand side, and had a nice picture to Vereen and missed him on the throw.
Vereen cuts back, but then gets stapled down at the 30-31 yard line. After the big hit there by Nevada's Ryan Colson, the end only gets a yard or so.
Colson and Moak have done a nice job at putting stress on both tackles, both offensive tackles for Cal, and they've really created some room inside for not only the interior defensive line, but also the linebackers for Nevada. And there's been a lot of lanes into the backfield.
Second down and 19 for Cal. We're going backwards after the Nevada turnover. Vereen cuts back left, makes another cut inside the 20 before he's pulled down around the 17 or 18 yard line.
This kid is so fun to watch. Watch the cut here that just freezes the defense. And then he goes ahead and he takes it outside. That was Doyle Miller, who really had to honor his ability to cut back to the center of the field, and he just absolutely throws Doyle Miller in the open field.
Well, that run trims the third down to a 3rd and 6. So Fele now in the backfield. In motion goes Allen. Riley backs up, takes the snap. Here comes the rush. He gets rid of it, caught. A flag is down. Brought down just outside the goal line. Well, let's see what the flag is about. The reception by Marvin Jones. We'll see if Cal will have 1st and goal or if this is coming back.
Holding. Defense number 22. Penalties declined. Result of the play is first down.
So the defensive holding on Thaddeus Brown, the quarterback, and it is 1st and goal for Cal.
Oh, how about the toughness shown by Kevin Riley on this play? Brandon Marshall comes free. And watch the pressure. It's going to come off the left side here. Brandon Marshall is going to be right in his face. He's going to deliver a blow, and he sat in, made a very accurate throw. What a play by Riley.
Stevens and Vereen in the eye. Vereen barrels through into the end zone. Touchdown, California. Vereen's 2nd touchdown run of the game. He had one from 59 yards earlier, this one from a yard out.
Well, a couple veterans stepping up and making plays to cut the lead, pending the extra point to 7 here. Vereen with the big run to set up a reasonable 3rd and 6 for Cal. A great throw from Riley, and then Vereen finishes the drive.
Giorgio Tavecchio for the point after. And Cal responds after the Nevada turnover. It's 21-14. Shane Vereen's 2nd touchdown run of the game. And Cal pulls within 7. 21-14. Nevada 3:19 left till halftime here in Reno. Big touchdown for Jeff Tedford's Bears. Tavecchio kicking it away. Ball and Wooten back deep. From the 2. Mike Ball bumped at the 20, stays on his feet, wrapped up around the 25-yard line. Great to have you with us from Reno, Nevada. Mark Neely along with David Norrie. That was a huge turnover. Looked like Nevada was really going to create some separation. Cal covers up that fumble. It gets a big touchdown.
And you rarely see those types of mistakes from Nevada. Colin Kaepernick, usually a great ball handler in the backfield. Cal needed a big break. They got one there, and a couple terrific plays by both Shane Vereen, the tailback, and Kevin Riley with the throw that set up the touchdown.
And maybe that's what Riley needs to get his confidence going tonight, because he's certainly been pressured. Well, just over 3 minutes to go till halftime. Kaepernick hands it off. Up the middle for a couple of yards. Taua, the senior from Lompoc, California. Clock rolling, under 3 minutes to go. Kaepernick will keep it on the play fake, throwing towards the near sideline. Great adjustment and catch. Rashard Matthews spotted out at the 43-yard line. Conti had the coverage. A gain of 30.
Well, this is a look at Colin Kaepernick's arm strength. And a great job of getting that ball out quick, out into the void, along the sideline. That's a terrific adjustment to the football. Nice completion. Nice work between quarterback and wide receiver.
Nevada gets a good spot up to the 40-yard line. In motion, Session bowling straight ahead up near the 31-yard line. Again, Taua. Not going to be much east-west, is there? It's north-south and bring it straight ahead.
Well, and that's one of the secrets of this pistol formation. Man comes in motion, but a tailback line directly behind the quarterback. His first move is towards the line of scrimmage, and it really highlights the style of running that Vi Taua uses from that running back position.
Session in motion, 2nd down and 1. Kaepernick keeping it, running left, trying to turn the corner, and does. First down. Steps out about the 27-yard line, but it will be a first down for Nevada with 1:45 left.
Well, the pistol is such a nice offense for picking up that extra blocker when your quarterback can run the football. Now all of a sudden, Chris Ault has 10 blockers instead of 9 blockers. One of the foundations of option football, and you don't want many other quarterbacks running the option than Colin Kaepernick at this level.
2 receivers to the right for Kaepernick. Taua ahead to the 23-yard line. DJ Holt, one of the inside linebackers for Cal, stops him. Pick up a 4. Second down and 6 with the clock running. 190 seconds to go till halftime. Allen keeps the hurry up. No huddle. Hand off again. Loose football, but Kaepernick, did he jump on it? Apparently he did. Holt forced it out for Cal, but Kaepernick was there to cover it up for the Wolfpack.
Holt's a sideline-to-sideline linebacker. He runs extremely well for an inside position linebacker. And he got his helmet right on the football, very close to back-to-back turnovers for this California defense.
Let's check back in the studio once again. Here's Kevin Connors.
All right, Mark, coming up on the Olive Garden halftime report, we'll get you caught up on the early game over on ESPN tonight, how Southern Miss was able to KO KU. The NCAA has ruled on the appeal of the suspension of Georgia star wideout A.J. Green. We'll tell you what the verdict is. And an exciting, if not controversial, finish involving the Yankees tonight. We'll get you caught up on everything coming up on the Olive Garden halftime report. Mark?
Kevin, thanks very much. Controversy of the Yankees? That's unheard of. Huh?
That's what I was going to say, unheard of. Well, it goes back about 100 years. Always interesting in the Bronx. I was at Yankee Stadium myself on Monday night, but it was not the baseball game.
What was going on?
Eminem and Jay-Z, believe it.
Oh, you're so hip with the kids, man.
Listen, I was just along for the ride. I got kidnapped.
Third down and 4. In motion with Matthews. Complete. Stepping outside of one block. Green. Flag comes down. Flag laying at the 6. Did you hear an early whistle in that?
It did sound like there was a whistle before the end of the play.
Let's sort this out.
Holding. Offense number 15. 10 yards from the end of the run. Third down.
And one of the receivers, Rashard Matthews, called for the hold.
And this is a critical mistake. A great crew of receivers that, you know, have done a great job blocking throughout this game. And really, the wide receivers are a foundation of this offense. They get outside. You can't play for Chris Ault at wide receiver unless you can throw blocks out on the perimeter.
Takes away what would have been a gain of 14 for the tight end Virgil Green. Jimmy Johnson is racing for a historic 5th straight championship, while 4-time NASCAR champion Jeff Gordon and regular season points leader Kevin Harvick look to make history of their own. The chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup in New Hampshire on ESPN Sunday at 1 Eastern. Coverage begins with NASCAR Countdown at noon on ESPN2.
You look at this crew of wide receivers for Nevada, and they're big across the board. They all go between 6'2" and 6'4" and about 220, 230 pounds. And it looks like the Wolfpack picks up the first down.
Well, they still wind up getting the first down on the spot of foul, and 52 seconds left till halftime. You look at the Cal defense, they were tops in the nation, allowing only 161 total yards per game coming in, but have given up 279 so far tonight, 141 in the first quarter alone. A first down, Nevada at the 17 of Cal. The pile moves inside the 15 near the 13-yard line. Tawa picks up 4.
California looks winded on defense. They played a lot of snaps here in the first half, and Nevada getting close to ringing up 300 yards before they head into the tunnel.
Well, Nevada still had 2 timeouts left. Chris Ault uses one of those 2 as the game clock down to 17 seconds.
Chris Ault usually pretty good at handling the clock late in the first half and at the end of games. That was not very good efficiency having to burn the timeout, especially when you have a quarterback who's a 4-year starter. But he really has to be happy with the output of this offense, with the exception of a couple mistakes and the big turnover down in the red zone against Cal and a couple penalties. This Nevada offense has been unstoppable. Look at those numbers. 167 yards on the ground, most of that Kaepernick, and then Colin Kaepernick showing us the fruits of his work in the pass game in the offseason.
Well, the Nevada offense on pace for more than 600 yards if they keep this up in the second half.
They had over 600 yards last week against Colorado State, and over 400 of those yards were Colin Kaepernick's.
Second down and 6. Matthews in motion. Kaepernick looking his way. Plenty of time. Throws towards the end zone too high. And out of reach of Brandon Wimberly. Chris Conte had the coverage for Cal.
And that's a solid play by Kaepernick. He got through 3 or 4 receivers in his progression. Cal had things blanketed in the secondary, and Kaepernick was aware of the down and distance, the clock, only 1 timeout remaining. And he threw that into the 5th row in the end zone.
So third down at 6 with 11 seconds remaining. Play clock down to 6 now. We've got to hurry. Matthews going wide left. Play clock is at 2 and 1. And I don't think they got it off in time. They did not.
Well, I think they got it off in time, but they moved early.
Yep.
And Mark, it was really a direct result.
Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty, third down.
It was a direct result of the play clock getting ready to expire. And Nevada got jumpy, and they're trying to get the play off. And this is a critical mistake, losing 5 yards. There it is right there. Left tackle moving early. And a couple of errors in execution from Nevada that we don't usually see.
He's pushed it back to the 18. 11 seconds remaining and a third down and 11. 2 receivers to the left. Session to the right. Kaepernick throwing left to the end zone off the hands of Brandon Wimberly. Incomplete. Obufi had the coverage and also got a hand on it. The senior from Houston. But we do have a flag.
Defense number 13. 5-yard penalty. Replay third down.
Jared Price, little linebackers. Offside, Cal.
Now you have to keep an eye on the game clock. It's 6 seconds to go here. And you're looking at a third down. You still have a shot into the end zone. And it looks like Alt doesn't feel confident in Colin Kaepernick managing those last 6 seconds. But you could really take a shot into the end zone on third down if you wanted to. Maybe on a fade route.
Going to attempt a 30-yard field goal for Anthony Martinez, the WAC Special Teams Player of the Week from last week when he hit 3 field goals and 6-point afters. Whistle before the kick. Jeff Tedford getting the timeout. He had all 3 to burn.
And I'm not sure I would have iced the kicker on that, because I really think that Chris Alt, that gives him the option to think about a play here on third down. Tedford timing it right before they're going to snap the football and using one of those 3 timeouts. But I really believe Nevada has the option here to get a quick throw up and take a shot at the end zone and still have the ability to march their field goal team back onto the field. 6 seconds is a lot of time if Colin Kaepernick lets that ball go right after the snap.
Well, Anthony Martinez is their field goal kicker for around 35 yards and in. Ricky Drake, who's been their place kicker, was suspended for the first couple of games for a violation of team rules. Martinez has been kicking well. Drake is back now this week, but they're going to stick with Martinez for kicks or place kicks 35 yards and in, and this from 30, giving Martinez, redshirt freshman from Reno and McQueen High School, another chance. And he'll use another.
Jeff Tedford's not going to make a lot of friends here in Reno if he ends up using all 3 timeouts here.
So he has burned 2 of the 3.
Well, he's done a great job at California. He has led this program back into national prominence.
7 consecutive bowl appearances.
Yeah, and the only problem over the last 8 years for Jeff Tedford is there's been a USC in the conference, a team that has had a streak of success that has not been seen in the history of the Pac-10. Cal, the #2 program over that time, over the last 8 years when it comes to total wins. But again, the Trojans have been the top dog, and for good reason.
The Cal's lost 6 straight to USC since beating them the last time in 2003. And guess what's going to happen again? We guarantee this will be the last time, though, David. He doesn't have any more to burn.
If Martinez misses this, Tedford's going to look like a genius. This has really been the type of first half that I anticipated. Both defenses, even though Cal, #1 ranked defensively in the country, they went up against weak opposition in those first 2 games, and a lot of offense, and I think we can expect a lot more in the second half.
Well, has any kicker ever been iced more than Anthony Martinez? Let's see how this goes from 30 yards for the redshirt freshman. And all the icing doesn't work for Cal. Martinez punches it through. Still 2 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, you know what they say. You can't take them into the locker room with you when you're talking timeouts. And I think Cal really is lucky that this is only a 10-point game going into halftime.
The show made by the nation is packing its bags for a Big Ten road trip. That's right. Sports Nation is taking its characters and costumes to hang with some of college football's most passionate fans. It's 4 days in Big Ten country. Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. on ESPN2. The nation will never be the same.
One of the stronger years we've seen in the Big Ten. Programs like Wisconsin and Iowa.
They seem to be, as a whole, improving, don't they, after a few down here?
Yeah, and, of course, you always have Ohio State and Penn State and Michigan with Bernard Robinson at the controls. There's been a real rebirth in Ann Arbor.
Bernard Robinson's name came up in some of our conversations
with
the
Chris
last few days. Or somebody who could run this pistol offense. The short kick is picked up at the 21-yard line as Sefele, and that'll be the end of the first half. A 10-point lead for Nevada. At the half, our score, Nevada 24 and California 14. Now let's send you to our studio for the Olive Garden halftime report with Kevin Connors. Just about ready for the start of the second half from Reno. A 10-point lead for Nevada. Great to have you along with us from Reno. Mark Neely along with David Norrie. David, Nevada's offense had only 1 3-and-out in that first half. Cal's defense struggling to stop them. How badly is Cal missing inside linebacker Mike Muhammad?
Well, there's no doubt they're missing Mike Muhammad. He's one of the best linebackers in the country, and key defensing this Nevada pistol is recognition, and he has the height. He can see over blockers. He's a great pursuer from inside to outside. They're definitely missing him, but you got to give the offense credit for Nevada. Cal needs to make some adjustments. They need to play more physically up front, and they have to start getting some rhythm against this zone read play. Kaepernick has made all the right decisions when he's pulled the ball. He's scored a couple times. You see his speed, and he's been able to get to the perimeter almost at will, and then all the work in the offseason in the passing game has come to fruition. He's been very accurate, 8 for 10 in the first half, almost perfect throwing the football. And last week, he went over 400 yards in total offense against Colorado State. And tonight, he's on pace to go over 400 again.
So Cal will get the football to start the second half. And Cal will begin at their own 20-yard line. Riley takes the field. You know, I was really looking forward to seeing the Cal offense, Keenan Allen in particular, really not a factor at all in that first half.
Well, again, Nevada has gotten so much pressure up front that they've been able to get to Kevin Riley, a guy who's usually able to excel in the quick passing game. He usually gets the ball out fairly quickly, but Nevada has been able to pressure the pocket to the point where Jones and Allen have not been factors thus far.
Green still on his feet across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Shane Vereen. Stop on a dime. Quarterback pressures against Riley.
Nevada is not a team that plays a lot of man-to-man. So, you know, they do have Dante Moak, as we saw there, number 55. You're going to see him again on the outside, just using his speed on the first move, his strength on this play. And Nevada, a team that can create pressure, but typically on a 4 or 5 man rush, and they have given Cal a lot of problems in the pass game.
Jones at the top of the screen on the right, looking that way. Jones receives it at the 35 to the 37-yard line when he's tripped up. And Cal quickly moves the chains with a 10-yard gain.
Well, this is an offensive line that figured to be a strength for Cal coming into the season. You know, 4 starters back along that offensive front, and a couple all-conference type performers, but they have been beaten to the punch by this defensive front for Nevada.
Calvin, bottom of your picture. Jones at the top. Stevens in the backfield with Sefele. Here's the pitch. And Sefele wrapped up at the 38-yard line. He picks up a couple. E.C. Sefele out of Salt Lake City getting the carry.
Not a lot of carries a year ago for Sefele with guys like Javid Best and Shane Vereen in the lineup for Cal, but when he got his carries, he was able to flash some speed and some elusiveness. He's a capable back and a good number 2 now for Cal.
Sefele was one of 3 true freshmen to play last year for Cal. Play fake. Riley rolling right. Wide open. Complete the tight end Miller. Across midfield into Nevada territory near the Wolfpack 45-yard line. The junior from San Jose, California, and it's a first down for Cal, a pickup of 16.
Well, this is a little bit more like it. A nice play fake. Riley shows the defense the ball on the fake, and, you know, not a pretty ball, but an effective ball to the outside. He made sure that he took a little bit off it, and Miller all alone in the right flat.
Vereen in the backfield once again for Cal. They shift. Jeremy Ross wide right. He comes in motion. They fake the handoff to him. There's a flag. He goes straight ahead across the 40 to the 38-yard line with the flag back near midfield.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men moving and did not reset. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
These penalties are killers when you've really established a nice mix of run and pass to open up the second half. You're down 10 points. This would be a great time for California to answer with another touchdown and make it a tight ball game early in the 3rd quarter. And then you take an unnecessary 5-yarder. That's up to Riley to recognize both players moving, and sometimes you need to call a timeout there if you can't get them set.
Allen in the slot here on the near side. Handoff. Vereen running left. Cuts back across the 30, 25, 20. Stumbling inside the 10. Touchdown. Shane Vereen, 50-yard run, his 3rd touchdown of the game, and Cal on their first possession of the second half find the end zone. He had a 59-yard touchdown run earlier, as well as a 1-yard TD run. Now adds a 50-yard touchdown run.
They caught Nevada in a blitz, and it figured on 1st and 15 that they turn loose some pressure. The perfect play call by Jeff Tedford, and what an effort by Shane Vereen. I mean, he's been electric tonight.
It'll go officially as a 49-yard touchdown run. Vecchio knocks it through, and Cal makes it a 3-point game. Vereen with his 3rd touchdown run of the night.
Guys, I mean, Shane Vereen is able to assess the situation. Watch him plant the left foot right there. The block from Mitchell Schwartz, the left tackle, and then the cutback inside. Big left tackle getting jersey on jersey. And then just sit back and enjoy some of this running from Vereen. I mean, that is impressive. And maybe some people across the country didn't know a lot about Shane Vereen. Over the last couple years, I assure you, everybody in Berkeley did. Even with Javid Best in the lineup, Vereen has been a special back.
Look back with our Accurate Drive recap. Quick strike, just over 3 minutes to make it a 3-point game. White ball wrapped up at the 24-yard line.
White ball in return for the back.
Sean Cattouse helping bring him down.
And, you know, I have to correct myself. They did not catch Nevada in a blitz there. You take a second look, and they backed out the linebackers. It looked like they were coming, and that was actually just Dante Moak in a stand-up position wide on the left side. It was a 4-man rush. They took advantage of Moak's wide rush, and it was well blocked up front. That was a really nice play by Mitchell Schwartz, clearing the way inside out, and then the seam, Vereen just took it.
Nevada begins from their own 24-yard line. Kaepernick going to keep it. And may lose a couple of yards there. Michael Kendricks, the outside linebacker there to corral him. Saw Kaepernick make a couple of choices there before deciding to cut it back and keep it himself, but Kendricks there to make the stop. Kendricks, a junior from Fresno, California, out of Hoover High School. Officially a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Kaepernick incomplete at the 24-yard line, intended for Green. Let's check in with the studio once again with Kevin Connors.
All right, Mark, Felix Hernandez has taken his no-hitter into the top of the 8th inning now. 8 strikeouts for King Felix. Live coverage on SportsCenter on ESPN News right now, guys.
Kevin, thanks very much. Possibility of another no-hitter in the majors?
Wow, it's been that kind of year. And a lot of pitchers have flirted with no-hitters in perfect games as well.
Year of the pitcher, Colin Kaepernick, who was a distinguished pitcher in his high school days, rolling out right, throws a sliding attempted catch by Wimberly, but incomplete at the 43-yard line. Some pressure there from Chris Conte.
Well, we talked about the deliveries and some of the problems that both Riley and Kaepernick have had. Kaepernick being a side armor and a former pitcher, and the problem that Kaepernick has had cutting the football and throwing it high. And talked about pitchers tonight. Hernandez having a no-hit bid going. A cutter is good for Mariano Rivera, but it's not good for Colin Kaepernick.
Cutter's good at getting out hitters, not good to throw to receivers, huh?
Not usually.
Calling for the fair catch. Jeremy Ross, his own 38-yard line. College football on ESPN continues Saturday night with 2 games featuring 4 unbeaten teams. First, Brent Musburger and Kirk Herbstreit have the call as Clemson takes on the 16th-ranked Auburn Tigers at 7 Eastern. Then at 10:30 Eastern, the 9th-ranked Iowa Hawkeyes take on number 24 Arizona. College football primetime presented by Hampton Hotels on ESPN Saturday. Both games are also available online and on your phone.
How about Newton, the quarterback at Auburn?
Oh,
he looks the part. Struggled a bit against Mississippi State, though, last week.
In motion goes Calvin. Lane in the backfield. Riley to throw, rolling right, and complete tight end Miller brought down at the 48-yard line. First down, Cal. Let's see how King Felix is doing with the no-hit bid. Back to the studio with Kevin Connors.
Well, Mark, we can call it the Cal-Nevada jinx because the no-hitter is now over. Nelson Cruz rocked a solo home run off King Felix in the top of the 8th inning, so the no-hitter is over. But the Mariners still do lead this game 2-1. Guys?
Kevin, thank you very much. Stutter step. Vereen up near midfield.
Not only does he give up a hit, but
Home run.
Cruz goes yard.
The Rangers may be the first team to clinch their division here in the next week or so. They're playing well. 151 yards rushing for Shane Vereen. And we talked about earlier, Jahvid Best was hurt last year. Last 4 games, this guy was the primary ball carrier and did so very well. Riley looking right, throws, coming back, caught at the 44-yard line. Marvin Jones came back to get that pass from Riley.
Yeah, and Riley is a quarterback where, you know, his head coach has worked with him on his delivery. And the problem with Riley was not dropping the ball sideline. It was a big, long delivery, and you can see it there. He still lapses into taking the ball way back behind his, his shoulder, then delivers it. And Tedford's tried to coach that out of him. They've used rubber bands. They've tried to shorten his stride.
Sefele back in, straight ahead, across the 40 to the 37-yard line. Yeah, that's not a Kerry Collins old windup, but it's pretty close there.
No, Kerry Collins is probably the most pronounced windup that you see. But all the great quarterbacks, if you're looking at the guys that have played at the top level, guys like Montana and Marino and Aikman and Elway, they all had fairly tight deliveries. You can't get away for a long period of time with a long delivery. And it's really interesting. They have not just been working this offseason with Kevin Riley, and the same can be said with Nevada and Kaepernick. It's been over the last 2 or 3 years that these quarterbacks have been coached hard.
Marvin Jones wide right. Riley going deep, looking for Allen, and overthrows him. Still looking for Keenan Allen's first reception of this game for the impressive freshman from North Carolina.
And Keenan Allen, he was one of the bigger recruiting stories in the offseason. Committed to Alabama, and they wanted him to play defensive back. But Cal, Tedford was pretty genius, and they said, hey, we're going to let you catch the football. You can see Riley's reaction. He can't believe he missed him. And if Riley puts a nice ball out to Allen, Allen has a shot to make the play in the touchdown.
What's been so special about Allen so far this year is running after the catch, and hasn't had a catch tonight to show off what he can do after making a grab, and that's intercepted. Coming back the other way, Marlon Johnson, the free safety. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Marlon Johnson jumped it and returns it 65 yards. Second interception for Nevada tonight. This one returned for 6.
Yeah, and this is not a very good play by Riley. It looked like Johnson baited him. And defensive backs will sometimes play off a little bit. They'll invite you to make the throw. That is a play where Johnson, I think, was inviting the throw outside. It looked like Dante Moak, the defensive end, was able to shape the route, the path of the ball coming out of the backfield. And what a huge play for Nevada.
Anthony Martinez knocks it through. Just like that, it's back to a 10-point lead for the Wolfpack. Let's look at the Wolf Den right next to campus, where you can get the awful burger, which comes with a bunch of fries wrapped in a blue package dedicated to the school. It's right next to. 10-point lead again for the Wolfpack with 8:41 to go in this third quarter from Reno. Ross on the 2. Needs some resistance at the 20 and then fought out of bounds at that same spot. Here's the pick 6.
Yeah, well, Let's take a look at Marlon Johnson right here, and he's going to read the play all the way. But what happens here is I don't think Riley picks him up. Go ahead and freeze it. I think that Johnson gets hidden behind number 1, Marvin Jones. Riley was already delivering the football. He even took a little bit off of it. He didn't throw a fastball outside. He took a little bit off the football, and I just don't think that Riley accounted for Marlon Johnson. He lost sight of him as Johnson got behind Marvin Jones. Still on Kevin Riley. You have to account for all the defenders.
Vereen at the 23-yard line. Kevin Riley, 2 interceptions tonight. His first 2 of the season. He had 7 TDs, no interceptions through the first 2 games of the season. Vereen again on the delay. Across the 30. What a night for Vereen to midfield. Brought out of bounds. Inside the 45 at the 42-yard line of Nevada. Marlon Johnson, the free safety, was the one that finally ushered him out.
You can see Shane Vereen. He's winded. He needs a blow. And we talked about the hamstring injury early in camp. His fitness not 100%, but another great cutback, stepping through tackles. And he's getting some good work from his offensive line up front. They're doing a nice job of getting jersey on jersey.
36 yards there. And he's at 189 yards. Sefele with Vereen getting a breather.
You don't have to hold your blocks very long for Shane Vereen, but the offensive line for Cal is doing just enough, and they're getting plays blocked just efficiently enough that they're giving Vereen everything he needs.
2nd down and 7. Riley under center. Play fake. Wide open, the tight end, Anthony Miller. First down. 25, 20, 10. Inside the 10 at the 8-yard line before Duke Williams, the strong safety, able to knock him out of bounds. A gain of 32.
Jeff Tedford's going back to this play, and again a nice fake by Kevin Riley. When you're having the success that Cal is having in the run game, Vereen just ripping off big chunks, it sets up play action, especially for your tight end outside. And Miller was loose down the right sideline. Really finished off that run.
Miller going to the left side of the formation. Vereen back in there. Sefele goes wide to the right. 1st and goal from the 7. Vereen stutter steps to around the 6. Kalen Burnett, the Sam linebacker from Bellflower, California, with the hit.
This is a nice response by Kevin Riley on this drive. The pick the other way for 6 on the last possession. 10-point deficit again for the Cal Bears, and Cal's responded. I really like the play calling rhythm that Jeff Tedford has had here in the second half.
Read out, Sefele. Alone back now. Camp joins him in the backfield. Take the inside handoff. Sefele running left, trying to turn the corner. Gets to about the 5 before he's pushed out. Duke Williams running the edge there with him.
And play calling gets a lot easier when you have a run game rolling. Jeff Tedford talked about his offensive line as we look at the total yards. Second half versus first half, already well over the 136-yard output in the first half. But Tedford has all his weapons available to him when he's getting the run production that he is out of Vereen.
Cal 4 of 6 on 3rd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 5. Vereen back in. Riley in the shotgun. Riley looking left, goes towards the end zone. Jump ball, incomplete. Marvin Jones, the intended receiver, and Miller had the coverage on him.
Well, they were just trying to utilize the size of Marvin Jones, about 6'3", 200 pounds. Doyle Miller is going to have to fight him mano. And that is a heroic play from a young cornerback. And it looked like Riley was not happy with the route from Marvin Jones.
22-yard attempt for Tavecchio from the left hash. Out of the hold of Brock Manson. Good. Well, makes it a 7-point game. Celebrating its 6th year, sponsoring the Good Hands Field Goal Nets. Allstate makes contributions to participating universities' general scholarship funds for each field goal and extra point kick. To date, Allstate has contributed more than $2.1 million in scholarship monies. Field here in the second half.
20 more plays for Nevada in the first half, but look at the turnaround here in the second half. 18 offensive plays for Cal, only 4 for Nevada. This game has turned around. Tedford's still upset, the head coach for Cal, that his team couldn't finish that drive, and they only came up with 3 points.
Tavecchio's kick. Ball going a couple of yards deep, and will take it out. 15, 20. Stumbles forward to the 26-yard line. Jimmy Johnson is racing for a historic 5th straight championship, while 4-time NASCAR champion Jeff Gordon and regular season points leader Kevin Harvick look to make history of their own. The chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup at New Hampshire on ESPN Sunday at 1 Eastern. Coverage begins with NASCAR Countdown at noon on ESPN2.
So, Mark, is it possible when you're living in North County down in San Diego to still be a big NASCAR fan?
It's possible because Jimmy Johnson is from La Mesa, San Diego area. There's a lot of Jimmy Johnson fans in San Diego.
Boy, is he a good driver? I mean,
he went for 5 in a row.
5 in a row? That's not possible.
Kaepernick gives it up. Straight ahead, a helmet comes flying off from Tawa.
I could see you down there in Padres baseball, a little horse racing out at Del Mar, maybe some golf.
Now, the racing season at Del Mar just ended, actually. Tawa to the sidelines.
Mix in a little polo.
Mike Ball will take his spot. Just under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. It's been a very entertaining game here in Reno between Pac-10 Cal and the WAC. The home team from Nevada. Kaepernick, the keeper.
It is so tough to stop this Nevada offense because they're so good on first down. They're able to win the battle on first down and get ahead of the chains, meaning setting up a lot of second and medium range, second and shorts. And that makes things so difficult on a defense where they're calling Kaepernick looking at a 2nd and 4 or a 2nd and 5.
Nevada first down from their own 37. In motion comes Wimberly. Flag comes out. Mike Ball gets the carry. One of the few carries for someone other than Tawa.
Offense, number 67. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Center Jeff Meads called for the hold.
The only time that Nevada has really been slowed down in this football game has been when they've hurt themselves. And it looked like Meads got a nice handful of jersey there on the takedown. But it's been either penalties or turnovers, self-inflicted wounds by the Wolfpack. Other than that, they have not been slowed down much by this Cal defense.
Jeff Meads' dad, John, played at Cal back in the early 80s. Matthews in motion. Kaepernick looking to throw to the near sideline. Great pass. Virgil Green out near midfield. Nice touch on that one to the 6'5" tight end. First down and a gain of 20.
Well, we mentioned he had to clean things up. He had to get out of the sidearm delivery. And when you get on top of the ball and you don't throw the ball sidearm, you're able to utilize touch. You can drop it over linebackers and in front of safeties. And that is a pretty throw. Just getting back in rhythm, depth in the pocket, and a perfect delivery.
It's loose. Who's going to pick it up? Does Cal have it? They do. Michael Kendricks. The recovery. Wait a minute.
But it looked like Cal either timed that snap extremely well or they were offsides.
Offsides Cal. Nevada's going to keep possession.
That was, that was either some well-timed penetration or they were clearly in the backfield early. And that was Tapodi, number 40. It looked like he did not time the snap quite well enough.
So first down and 5 after the Cal penalty and no Nevada turnover. Well, it looked a little awkward, and now again, this time Kendrick Payne made contact.
Defense with contact, number 96. 5-yard penalty. That results in a first down.
Another 5-yard penalty against Cal. But on the fumble, it was kind of, it seemed like Kaepernick and Tauer were just kind of standing around.
Yeah, watch right here. I mean, the movement comes early from Tapodi. He times the snap, and that is awfully close. He was off the ball quickly, that's for sure.
So it's first and 10 now after the penalty. Kaepernick keeps it inside the 35 down near the 30-yard line. He has another 10 or 11 yards. They get 11 and another first down.
Well, this offensive line for Nevada is doing such a great job against a pretty talented defensive front. Here's Holt, a guy who's pretty athletic at the inside linebacker position to begin with. But Kaepernick again choosing to keep the football, and again it's the right decision.
They have a first down from the 30 of Cal. He gives it up this time. Taua hurdles one tackler, but then is met at the 30. Right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Kendrick Payne, the nose guard, made the initial contact.
Taua is a guy who's been back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. And he's known as a guy that can get to the line of scrimmage quickly and then make quick cuts after he gets into the secondary, but he shows us some nimbleness and some light feet as he gets up in the air and avoids contact.
Mike Ball now in the backfield for Nevada. Matthews coming in motion. Kaepernick, plenty of time to throw across the middle. Completed. Matthews lost the football in the end zone. It's recovered by which team? Nevada has it just outside the goal line. It turns into a gain of 29.
How's this a throw? I mean, this is a big-time throw on the skinny post. And Matthews fighting for extra yardage. It looked like that ball got into the end zone initially. And we might have a review. It looked like the ball squirted into the end zone there.
And indeed, before the snap, this looks like it's going to go to...
The previous play is under review.
Our replay official, Kenlu Shudo.
What a throw. I mean, forgetting a second the fumble and what happens at the end of the play, what a throw by Kaepernick. I mean, he's displaying the ability to make all the throws tonight, and the question here is going to be whether it's a touchdown or not. And I think Matthews was able to regain possession with his right hand there long enough that they're probably going to call that a touchdown.
Well, he did pull it back, but you're right, David. It seemed like he's reaching with that right arm, and the ball's on the goal line. But
it's whether they're going to call that possession, as he has that big right paw on the football there. And you can have possession as long as you have the ball secured with the right hand long enough. Definitely breaking the goal line there, and that's just going to be the judgment of the replay officials upstairs. I think you could give him a touchdown on that play.
Mark Anthony's the one who knocked it loose.
This is a situation where officials up in the booth, if you took 20 of them and you asked him on that play, did he exhibit control, 10 of them might say yes, 10 of them might say no. But I think right there he might have the ball just long enough with the ball breaking the plane that they could easily give Nevada a touchdown.
I'm really interested in the outcome of this because, like you say, this could really go either way. Is that possession?
Well, and those are sometimes the biggest plays in a football game. A receiver losing the football and then giving you great effort to go after the ball as it's loose on the turf. He's surrounded by 4 Cal Bear defenders, and what an effort to reach out. The athleticism to reach out that right hand and not only control the ball long enough to potentially have it called a touchdown, but then he brings it into his body just to make sure that if they don't give him the touchdown, it's going to be Nevada's ball inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah, worst case scenario for Nevada, they're going to have it first and goal from the 1. But is it a touchdown? And we'll get the official word from referee Steve Strimling.
After review, the ruling on the field is the recovering team recovered the ball with the ball breaking the plane of the goal line. It's a touchdown.
And there's your answer. For the replay booth official, Ken Luchetto, feeling like you did, that's possession, reaching across there, getting the football with it being across the plane.
He looked like Sylvester Stallone and Cliffhanger there. You know, just hold on for dear life. He didn't want to go over to the sideline and face Coach Alt.
Hanging by the fingertips.
Losing a fumble inside the 1. What an effort.
The point after for Martinez. And it's 38-24 Nevada with 1:19 left in the third quarter. Well, the pistol offense shining again tonight. And the man who created it, Chris Alt, the innovator, has seen his pistol offense been taken by some other programs, some big name programs.
You know, the back lining up at 7 behind the quarterback. UCLA, entire offensive coaching staff came up, spent 2 days over the offseason. Didn't do a lot for him against Stanford last weekend, but they've gone to the pistol. We look at Indiana, and then how about the defending national champions, Crimson Tide, utilizing some pistol. And you'll right back and get a look at Vitala a year ago against Boise State. And if this isn't an advertisement for the pistol tonight on national television, I don't know what is.
From a yard deep, Ross tripped up across the 20 to the 23-yard line. He's fortunate he hung on to the football.
And when you think about it, 45 different programs, high schools, Pop Warner teams, semi-pro teams, UCLA, they all came in during the offseason to get a peek at the pistol and also to kind of just have Chris Alt rub a little wisdom off on the respective programs. And when we sat down and visited with him, Mark, it's a lot of fun. He puts it in such simple terms and
very much
such a great teacher.
Riley under center. Vereen running left. Big hit at the 22-yard line. James Michael Johnson with the big hit.
Well, Nevada hasn't played their best defense in the second half. They got a lot more pressure on Riley in the first half. Vereen having a big night. But the Wolfpack has done just enough. And we're talking about Chris Alt and how he approaches his offense, but he also said, hey, you know, as long as we keep the ball in front of us and we get to the football in numbers, we'll have a chance. And they've done it just enough tonight to take a 2-touchdown lead.
Vereen wide to the left. Empty backfield. Riley throws across the middle, caught by Marvin Jones, but he's a yard or two shy of the first down at the 31. Kevin Grimes, the Wolf linebacker, wrapped him up. Pick up a 7.
Marvin Jones is a great-looking athlete. The size and real strong with his hands, ability to go up and make plays. Very competitive as we wind down here at the end of the third quarter. But now these Cal wide receivers, both Jones and Allen, are going to have to get involved in a big way if California is going to come back in the fourth quarter.
A busy third quarter. 38-24 Nevada. At the end of 3, there was a costly Cal turnover in that third quarter. Riley picked off for the second time tonight. The free safety, Marvin Johnson jumping the route. taking it back 65 yards for 6. Their largest crowd here in about 15 years. They've seen a very entertaining football game. We start the fourth quarter. Cal 3rd down and 2 from their own 31-yard line. 3rd and a long one. Riley rolling out. He's going to run it himself. He does get the first down, but he gets corralled at the 34-yard line. And on that last possession for Nevada, some costly penalties committed by Cal.
Yeah, first on the turnover there, apparent turnover. Tapodi was offsides. Kendrick Payne was offsides on the next play. And then 4 Cal defenders around the fumble by Matthews inside the 1. Matthews, a great effort to reach out and regain possession of the football with the right hand. It's ruled a touchdown. Nevada up by 2 scores.
So the Riley run moves the chains. Handoff. Vereen, who's been the primary runner tonight, nowhere to go there. This game has had 8 touchdowns, only 4 punts combined.
It's a real test for Jeff Tedford to stay patient and stick with the run game when he's down 14 points. But Jeff Tedford has been in more than one of these games, and he knows that he has to mix in some run to keep this defensive front honest. The pass rush against Riley.
Vereen split out wide. Sapelli also in. Empty backfield. Riley throws across the middle. It's caught by Jones at the 41-42-yard line. He picks up 7. Kevin Grimes on the tackle.
Jones getting up a bit gingerly, trying to step through that tackle. Looks like he's favoring that right ankle, but he's an imposing wide receiver on the short slants. With his size, it's very difficult for a defensive back to get through him and make a play on the football.
Cal 5 of 8 on 3rd down. Face a 3rd and 3. Cap going back. In motion, Ross. He gets the handoff and has a first down to midfield. Pushed out at the Nevada 45-yard line. Jeremy Ross, the senior from Sacramento, taking that inside handoff and gains 12.
Big story for Cal, trying to find a wide receiver to go with Marvin Jones during the offseason. Keenan Allen, the true freshman, comes in. But don't forget Jeremy Ross. Ross has made a lot of big plays for Cal over the last 2 seasons, and he has stepped up his game. He's season, here's the clock ticking in his 5th year.
Ball at the Nevada 46, first down for Cal. Play fake. Riley going deep down the near sideline. Some pushing. No flag. Michael Calvin, the intended receiver. Isaiah Fry, the quarterback, had the coverage.
I thought there was a little bit too much contact at the top of the route from Fry. That could have easily been called a pass interference call. And Fry had good position here and good defense step to step, but he used that right hand in the back here. Watch the right hand. And that really should have been a flag against Nevada.
The 2nd down and 10. Vereen, top of your screen, but Cal is going to use their first timeout here in the second half. So we'll take a timeout as well with 12:37 to go. 4th quarter from Reno. Just over 12.5 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Let's take a look at our game track brought to you by Fidelity Investments. And it's been Kaepernick on the ground for Nevada.
Yeah, there have been a lot of big plays, a lot of key plays. 62 points scored between these 2 teams. We've talked a lot about Colin Kaepernick's success running the football. The big run by Vereen. He's had a couple big runs and a lot of yards. And then the pick 6 by Marlon Johnson, reading the eyes of Kevin Riley. Turned this game around a bit. Back in the favor of the Wolfpack. And then how about Rashard Matthews losing the football after a brilliant throw from Kaepernick and regaining possession for the touchdown.
Cal, after burning their first timeout of the second half, 2nd and 10. Inside caught by Ross. Jeremy Ross becoming more of a factor there with the Cal offense in the second half. Well, he does pick up about 3 there.
Look at the total yards by half. 218 to 74. And California came out of the locker room with a lot more aggressiveness offensively and defensively. And still they got a lot of work to do.
The Cal trailed by 10 at the half. Now they trail by 14. Even though they have decided edge in total yards. Here comes the blitz. Lets it go. Incomplete at the 25. A flag. Intended receiver was Jones. And Riley was under some big-time heat. Looks like Fry may be the one that picks up the interference call.
And Fry was due for one.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 28. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
They got the culprit. They just got him late on the drive. He really should have been flagged the first time down the field on the go route. And look at the pressure in the backfield. That was James Michael Johnson with a blow to the chops on Riley. Pretty good throw to get the ball out. And the size and the strength of Jones again apparent down the field for Cal.
So the Bears have it first down at the 28 of Nevada. Empty backfield. Riley looking far side. Complete. There's the first reception for Allen, and he gets up to the 20-yard line. We've been waiting to showcase Keenan Allen, the impressive freshman. He picks up 8.
Cal has really been night and day throwing the football from the first half to the second half. The second half, this offensive line has done a nice job of solving the pressure. They've stood up to their blocks. The pass protection has been efficient, and Riley looks like a new man at times. He's getting back, he's getting his feet set, and he's delivering the ball.
Capping Vereen in the eye. Riley pitches. Vereen running right, 15. Pulled down at the 12-yard line. Moak helping out on the tackle. Also Duke Williams, a pickup of 8.
And Moak looks like he's going to have to come off the field for a play. Shaken up a bit. And with just over 11 minutes to go, time ticking down, Tedford still content to run the football, sprinkle in some run, and that's where the injury happened right there. Moak from behind.
Sefele in the backfield. Riley looking, coming to the near side. Incomplete. Sefele out of the backfield. Did have a step or so.
You saw the reaction from Sefele. He was upset. If that ball's thrown with a little touch, I mean, Kevin Riley doesn't have to put velocity on this ball. He can take a couple revolutions off the football, and watch the reaction by Sefele right here. And number 20 knows he had a touchdown, and that was not a very good throw from Riley.
Sefele in the backfield, gets the handoff, goes straight ahead inside the 10. Near the 8-yard line. Zach Madonic on the tackle.
And Kevin Riley, that's been the story for him in his career, and he's been a 4-year starter. And he did compete with Nate Longshore, but missing the easy throws, the pitch and catch throws, has really been the big problem for number 13.
Cal 6 of 9 on third down. 3rd and 6. Riley flushed out, throwing towards the end zone, incomplete. Keenan Allen was the intended receiver. Really, that throw nowhere close.
Marlon Johnson was shadowing Keenan Allen. Riley initially wanted to get the ball down the middle of the field. He goes late. And Marlon Johnson, a nice job, stride for stride, and actually just rode Keenan Allen out of the right side of the end zone. Tedford with 9:58 here is going to go for the touchdown. This is an interesting call. I don't like it. I think field goal to cut the game to 11 is the play here.
4th down and 6. They can get a first down without scoring. Riley goes under center. Flag before the snap. Play clock ran out.
Yeah, this will change the decision from Tedford. I think Jeff Tedford will probably think real hard about marching his field goal team onto the field.
Might this be a blessing in disguise?
Well, it might be. I really don't like the call now. This is going to be 4th and more than 10.
4th and 11, and they're still going to go for it here.
And even if they score, even if they pick up the first down, which they can inside the 5, it doesn't make it the right decision. I think this is, you really lose a lot of momentum by not tacking 3 points on here.
Riley back, throws, tip, and Cal will turn it over on downs. So Cal passes up a chance for 3. James Michael Johnson was the one who got a hand on the pass.
Yeah, the Bears are lucky that they don't give up 7 points on this play.
Calvin was the intended receiver. He really hadn't even turned before the pass got in his direction. 6 built in the 1940s. There's Allen, used to train pilots, that particular plane. And Jeff Tedford, he had a 14-play drive over 6.5 minutes, no points. Going for it on 4th down. So Nevada takes over. 1st and 10. Up near the 18-yard line. You said even before they went on 4th down, you thought it would be a momentum killer, David.
Yeah, well, it was certainly a momentum killer after the 5-yard penalty. I mean, you could give Jeff Tedford a little room for going for it. 4th and 5, 4th and 6, but once you pick up the 5-yard penalty, that's really rolling the dice, and you lose all sorts of momentum by not closing the gap to 11 points.
Pick up a 5, 2nd down and 5. Kaepernick. Keeping it himself, running left. Up to the 36-yard line. Let's check it again with the studio. Here's Kevin Connors.
All right, Mark, busy night in baseball. We get you caught up on it right now. The Yankees get a 3-run home run off the bat of Alex Rodriguez in the top of the 9th inning. Hang on to beat the Orioles 4-3. They take a half-game lead on the Rays, who lost to the Angels by the same score, 4-3. In the National League West, Giants half-game lead on the Padres to start the night, but they lose to the Brewers 3-0. Padres can't make up any ground, though. They lose 14-4 to St. Louis. Mark?
Kevin, thanks very much. First down for Nevada. Their own 37-yard line. Running left across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Brandon Wimberly taking the handoff there. 9-yard run. Under 8.5 minutes to go now in this 4th quarter, and Nevada with the football in a 2-touchdown lead, David.
Now, this Nevada offense has really only stopped themselves, and you look back on the decision by Jeff Tedford and going for it on 4th and 6. You know, you really have to figure that Nevada's moving the ball efficiently and moving it well. You can't take much away from Coach Tedford there, but on 4th and 11, tough.
On 2nd and 1, taking a shot downfield, incomplete at the 32-yard line. The intended receiver was the tight end, Virgil Green. So Jeff Tedford took his shot and didn't pay off that time.
Well, and again, you know, 4th and 11, I don't think it's time for Reno 911 at that point. But I do understand. You look back at it, you see the way that Nevada's been running the football at will. They've been passing the ball well with Colin Kaepernick. California really hasn't been able to slow them down. So 4th and 6, I understand the call. Tough to roll the dice 4th and 11. And now we see Nevada again on this drive moving the ball almost at will.
And as you said, really, Cal has not had a good answer for Kaepernick tonight, have they?
They really have not.
Tawa breaks free. Tawa will go. 54-yard touchdown run by Tawa. 150 rushing yards for the senior from Lompoc, California.
It really was only a matter of time. Colin Kaepernick testing the edges on the right and left side, having so much success running the ball, pulling the football on the zone read. Levi Taua, a guy who is a proven home run hitter at tailback. You knew he was going to break one eventually, and he had a lot of green in front of him.
Ricky Martinez through the smoke, knocks it through. And now the Wolfpack with a commanding 45-24 lead with 7:43 left. Big night for Taua. 54-yard touchdown run for Taua. 45-24 Nevada. Wolfpack looking to go to 3-0 for the first time since 1991. Kaepernick has 121 rushing yards, 2 TDs. He has 181 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Ross gets to the near sideline, cuts back, wrapped up at the 27-yard line. Let's take a look back at the touchdown run for Taua in real time, brought to you by Wendy's.
The entire offensive line for Nevada might get a game ball tonight. Great block from Sudfeld, the number 2 tight end, and Taua, the quickness. I mean, he really hits it from that pistol tailback position. He gets to the line of scrimmage so quickly, and when he has room, Chris Ault, the head coach, talks about his cutting ability and his instincts, some of the best that Ault has ever seen.
Allen in motion to the left. Complete to Jones to the 44-yard line. Right around a 10-yard gain.
This Nevada program has been in so bad need of a signature win against a big team.
Riley near sideline. Jones steps out at the 48-yard line of Nevada.
If you look at the games that Chris Ault's teams have played against, the Big Six conference, the Big Six conferences, as well as bowl games, and then you add Boise State into the mix, only 2-18 in those games. And this was a win tonight on paper that figured to be a signature win. And his team has really shown up and played whistle to whistle.
Riley under pressure to the 37-yard line. A completion to Marvin Jones. Pass coverage by Fry.
California jumping in the no huddle.
10th catch for Jones tonight. Clock stops with 6:49 to go. Saturday Night Football continues with 2 full national coverage games. First, Mack Brown's 6th-ranked Texas Longhorns face a tough road test in Lubbock against Tommy Tuberville's undefeated Texas Tech Red Raiders in the Dr. Pepper Rivalry Series game. And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish hit the road to face the Michigan State Spartans. Saturday Night Football presented by Southwest Airlines can be seen nationally on either ABC or ESPN2 Saturday at 8 Eastern.
Doyle Miller, the cornerback, walking off slowly for Nevada.
2nd down and 1. The snap came early. Riley jumping on it, but whistles as well. And a flag.
Almost another disaster. Riley in the shotgun and wanted to walk up and call an audible.
False
Chris
start
Guarnero. Watch, he's going to tap him on the back, and then the snap comes. And Riley just able to get the football back for the Golden Bears. It's been that type of night.
The false start on Cal moves him back 5 yards. 2nd down. Now at the 43-yard line of Nevada. Riley going deep down the far sideline. Caught. Is he in bounds? Yes. Marvin Jones, his 11th catch of the night, and he's inside the 5 in Nevada.
Well, if they rule this inbounds after taking a couple more looks upstairs, remember every play is reviewed at the college level, but how about the adjustment on the ball? And it's a matter whether that right foot tap, they're not going to review it.
Vereen to the 2, so the quick snap of the play makes it a moot point.
Well, and again, they're not going to go upstairs for a booth review. They were reviewing it as they do every play, but that was very close. And they may have disallowed that last play.
It looks like they have.
Our referee may have said that, hey, I blew the whistle just before the snap. And we are going to get a booth review. Watch the right foot drags inbounds, and then the left foot out of bounds, and that's a catch. I think that's a catch. I think that the right foot drag is just in time before the left foot comes down on the sideline.
By an eyelash maybe there. That is so close.
And the key was it was ruled inbounds. So, you know, to overturn the call has to clearly be that left foot coming down on the sideline. Watch again. And let's see. Go ahead and freeze it right there if you can. Freeze it right there. You see the drag.
Looks like the toe's down and the left foot was still up.
Boy, that's amazing how these officiating crews can get those calls right like that. That was, we do a lot of baseball, Mark. That was a bang play right there. Well, this is critical. Cal can get a touchdown.
The previous play is confirmed. We had a catch inbounds. Please reset the game clock to 6 minutes and 32 seconds.
So call confirmed. Good catch there for Marvin Jones.
California can score here with over 6 minutes to go. They have 2 timeouts. Now, this is still a football game. And pretty impressive clock drive, the way that Cal has gotten in and out of the huddle. Riley has kept the ball beyond the chains, keeping the clock stopped. They need to finish this drive to stay in the game.
Vereen in the backfield. Riley going to the near sideline, off the hands of Michael Calvin.
We hear about wide receivers with strong hands being able to make plays on the football. This is an opportunity for Calvin where I think he needs to make the play. He does not catch the ball cleanly. Isaiah Fry gets a piece, but that one was really on Calvin, and that should have been a touchdown. Perfectly thrown ball from Kevin Riley.
Second down and goal. Riley through the air again, wide open. Touchdown Cal, the fullback, Eric Stevens.
Football teams have been running this play for a long time. The play action fake to the tailback, fullback slides out into the flat. And a pretty nice ball from Riley.
Tavecchio for the point after. We still got ourselves a football game, David Norrie. Quick score there for Cal. 6:20 still to go, 45-31. College football on ESPN continues Saturday night with 2 games featuring 4 unbeaten teams. First, Brent Musburger and Kirk Herbstreit have the call as Clemson takes on the 16th ranked Auburn Tigers at 7 Eastern. Then at 10:30 Eastern, the 9th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes take on number 24 Arizona. College football primetime is presented by Hampton Hotels on ESPN Saturday. Both games are also available online and on your phone.
Well, that would be unheard of. 14-point game with 6:20 to go, and Cal utilizing an onside kick, but do you really want to give the ball back to Nevada? California has shown me nothing in terms of their ability to stop the Wolfpack. And, you know, I would go for an onside kick here. I wouldn't think about giving the ball back to Nevada. And highly unusual that you would ever think about doing that in this situation. And there we go. We're going to see an onside kick with over 6 minutes to go. I like the decision.
Trevecchio in the air and brought down by Nevada. Like Brandon Wimberly, the hands team up there. Well, Nevada will start inside the Cal 40.
Well, this was well executed. You want to get the ball up in the air and give your 5 or 6 coverage men a chance to make a play on the football. The ball came loose. You want to see the ball on the ground. Brandon Wimberly, best hands of any wide receiver on the Wolfpack offense, made the recovery.
Look at the numbers for Kaepernick. 4 TDs each of the last 2 weeks now, and still not finished tonight. .6:19 to go. They start at the 41-yard line. And after recovering the onside kick, Wimberly takes the run around the right side for 9 yards.
This is a signature win that Nevada is trying to pull off here for Chris Ault. And the way that they're doing, the style that they're using here in this high-scoring game against the Cal defense that came in ranked #1 in the country, it makes that November 26th game against Boise State a lot more interesting on paper.
Second down and 1 with the clock running, just over 5.5 minutes remaining. Ball getting the carry.
Look at the BCS Busters, and I love this graphic. You know, Utah and Houston still very much alive, and in my mind, you know, 5 through 10, not so much. Obviously, Boise State and TCU both ranked in the top 5. And all of a sudden, I think Boise State, after we see the way that Nevada has played tonight, Boise State has more to worry about than just Oregon State next week.
Yeah, that Wyoming game, no gimme, huh?
No, I don't think that Wyoming game is a gimme by any means tomorrow either.
First down. Putting it back upfield and wrapped up at the 28-yard line. Tawa.
Boise State should be able to take care of Wyoming, but I saw Wyoming with the naked eye in the bowl game last year. They've got a talented young sophomore quarterback, and if you fall asleep against Wyoming, you're liable to not have much to play for the following week against the Beavers.
This was a 7-7 game at the end of the first quarter. Nevada led by 10 at the half, 24-14. 38-24 Nevada at the end of the third. 45-31 Wolfpack. A little over 4 minutes to go. Tawa running right. That is wrapped up. Picks up a couple of yards.
Wolfpack absolutely rolling up not only points but yards in this game. And I think the new dimension that we're seeing, Chris Ault talked about this week, is the improvement in the pass game from Colin Kaepernick. Some more talent outside. They've improved their wide receiver group. They've got another tight end to go with Virgil Green, and their efficiency throwing the ball is making this offense a monster to stop.
With the handoff up the middle. No, it's Kaepernick. He kept it running right, and he has another touchdown. Great fake. 27-yard touchdown run for Kaepernick. His third touchdown run of the game.
We got to give our camera crew some credit tonight. They have not missed on one fake by Colin Kaepernick, and this California defense time after time has bit on his run fakes inside the Tawa. Can't say enough about Kaepernick and the way he runs this offense.
52-31 Nevada. 3:29 remaining. Colin Kaepernick. Take a look at these career numbers and his ranking Nevada history.
That is beyond impressive.
Hey, I love the story.
Huge numbers.
Colin was working at a sports apparel store this past summer, and a lady came in, and she didn't know who Colin was. And she came in and said, I want to buy the jersey of the quarterback for Nevada. I think he wears number, and she said some number other than 10. And he said, no, he actually wears 10. Not identifying who he was. She says, you sure he wears 10? He said, he wears 10. He rang the lady up. She left never knowing that she bought a Kaepernick jersey from Kaepernick.
I have a feeling she's watching right now. She's either in this crowd or she's watching on television. She knows who number 10 is tonight. We all do.
He's going to bring it out. Ross up near the 20. Be sure to catch ESPN's College Game Day, built by the Home Depot, every Saturday starting at a new time, 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPNU. Aaron Andrews joins Chris Fowler, Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, and Desmond Howard for a full hour of all the latest news and happenings from college football. Then from 10 a.m. to noon, Game Day moves to ESPN for 2 hours of features, insights, analysis, and picks, getting you ready for all the day's action. We have had some action here tonight, David Norrie.
We have, and both of these teams have big conference matchups to look forward to next week. Cal's got to go down to Arizona, and Nevada at BYU.
Ross with the run. Pickup of 6. Pac-10 has some big games coming up this weekend non-conference.
It is a big weekend for the Pac-10, a featured weekend. All of a sudden, that Houston game at UCLA, USC playing on the road at Minnesota. We talked about Iowa, Arizona.
Riley going deep. Incomplete for Jones.
Washington, Nebraska is a very interesting matchup. And how about the Sun Devils having to walk into number 11, Wisconsin? I love the Wake Forest at Stanford game. Stanford coming off a 35-0 win at the Rose Bowl against UCLA last week. Andrew Luck at quarterback, one of my favorite players at the college level right now, and the Pac-10 just chock full of great quarterbacks this year.
3rd down and 4. Riley with time underneath, complete. Michael Calvin, a first down up to the 43-yard line. Pac-10 wide open.
Wide open, especially with Masoli and his problems off field. Not a situation where he's been able to add much down at Mississippi, but I think they would have been the clear favorites. You know, we talked about quarterbacks. Jake Locker and Andrew Luck. If Luck comes out after his 3rd year this spring, I think they're the first 2 quarterbacks to go in the draft.
Jones with the catch at the 43.
We got some other names like Matt Barkley down at USC, Nick Foles at Arizona. What a game that Arizona-Iowa matchup is going to be. Arizona's going to have to stand up to 2 massive lines for Iowa.
Near the 34-yard line. Alex Lageman with the reception. Just over 2 minutes to go. 2nd down and 2. Hurry up offense for Cal, trailing 52-31. Near side, reaching back and complete. Jeremy Ross out at the 31-yard line.
And you look at the WAC. Nevada next week, they go down to BYU. A couple huge games for the WAC next week. Chris Alt lines up at Provo against BYU, and then you have Boise State against Oregon State.
Riley steps up, throws towards the end zone, Incomplete. Again, Jones, the intended receiver, double coverage there. Wooten had one of the coverages as well for the Wolfpack. Riley just trying to make something happen here, ladies. Look at the numbers. 277 yards, the 1 TD, but the 2 picks, his first 2 of the year.
This reminds you a lot of the Cal-Oregon game a year ago. Cal had crept up into the top 5. Javid Best was a Heisman Trophy candidate, and Cal went up to Autzen Stadium in Eugene and got whitewashed. And tonight, a lot of shades of that game a year ago.
They lost 42-3 in that one. Riley lets it go, intercepted at the 10-yard line. Up near the 40. Duke Williams, the strong safety, with the interception. 30-yard return. 3rd interception tonight for Riley.
Well, Nevada has not been sensational on defense. We can say that for sure, but they have made plays at times that have given their offense the ball back. They have 2 key turnovers. Marlon Johnson going the other way for the pick 6. But you have to say that the Wolfpack have been in position for most of the night, especially in the secondary. And when Kevin Riley is misfired, Jeff Tedford coaching his senior quarterback on the sideline. When he is misfired, they have been in position to make the plays.
Well, Nevada going to go to 3-0 for the first time since 1991. Cal, which had scored 52 points each of the first 2 weeks, has allowed 52 tonight.
And they only had allowed 5 per game coming in. We were talking in the open about the Bears being the #1 rated defensive unit in the country.
And only allowed 1 touchdown coming in.
Last week against Colorado, so impressive.
Over 1,000 total yards combined in this game, David. Lead taken by Kaepernick with a minute to go.
Well, that can happen in a Cal-Nevada game.
Wow.
Like a video game.
Cal, more total yards. And head coach Chris Alton, his 26th season, his 3rd different stint as the Nevada head coach. Of course, he played here as a quarterback. Big win for his program.
Huge win. And Nick Saban said it down at Alabama, when you win games, each game gets bigger. And he's got a bigger game next week when his team goes up against BYU in Provo.
So Nevada goes to 3-0 again for the first time since 1991. And the students storm the field. I think Cal and Jeff Tedford, they certainly knew what they may encounter here tonight.
45 programs coming in the offseason to study the pistol. I'd hate to try to guess at how many teams are going to show up next offseason.
Once again, our final score, Nevada 52, Cal 31. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Coming up next is the ESPN original documentary 30 for 30 Unmatched, presented by Cadillac. For David Norrie and the rest of our ESPN HD crew, I am Mark Neely. So long from Reno, Nevada, where the Wolfpack beat the Bears 52-31. Good night.